Hey, adrenaline junkies. Welcome to today's episode, where chaos meets speed and the stakes are sky high. We're diving into heart-pounding chases, jaw-dropping moments, and non-stop action that'll leave you on the edge of your seat. Buckle up, because this ride is about to blow your mind. In Kalamazoo, Michigan, on January 6, 2025, officers from the Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety were involved in a vehicle pursuit of a stolen car. Officers spotted a stolen 2007 Mercury Milan, and after verifying the vehicle was reported stolen from Portage, the officer initiated a traffic stop. However, the driver, a male juvenile, refused to comply, sparking a pursuit.
I'm good, dude. He's spinning out. Okay, looks like he crashed out. He crashed out. Driftwood. He made his way back around Driftwood, Westview, I think it is. Still eastbound on Driftwood, coming up to Drake. Speeds are 46.
The suspect nearly came to a stop after losing control on an icy stretch of road. Despite the close call, he managed to regain control and continued his reckless escape. But instead of learning from his near miss, the suspect accelerated to dangerous speeds. A questionable decision, especially given how the icy conditions had already caused him to lose control moments earlier while driving at a slower pace.
Still eastbound on Marina. Please stop! Stop! Get on the ground right now! Take him under the duster.
I'm bleeding.
What's that?
I'm bleeding.
Yeah, he crashed out pretty hard. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
The chase came to a crashing end when the suspect lost control on the icy roads, first colliding with a mailbox and trash can on Driftwood Avenue before slamming into a light pole on Arboretum Parkway. The impact uprooted the pole and sent the vehicle off the road. The 14-year-old suspect tried to make a run for it on foot but was quickly apprehended by officer. Portage public safety officers assisted in interviewing the suspect regarding the vehicle theft. The juvenile sustained minor injuries and was treated at a local hospital before being transported to the Kalamazoo County Juvenile Home. On January 1, 2024, a Monona police officer observed an SUV, suspecting the driver was attempting to avoid being spotted. The officer followed the vehicle into a parking lot, but the SUV didn't stop. Instead, it turned around and sped past the officer onto Nichols Road, igniting a high-speed pursuit with speeds exceeding 80 miles per hour. As the pursuit escalated, the suspect began running red lights and driving at dangerously high speeds, making the situation even more serious. Realizing the need for backup, the officer quickly called for assistance, hoping to bring the chase to an end as safely and quickly as possible, before things got even more out of hand. Thankfully, the road was relatively clear, reducing the risk of harm to innocent drivers. However, the suspect's reckless driving showed he had no regard for his own safety, let alone anyone else's. What happened next, though, is really crazy. The pursuit took a turn no one could have predicted. The SUV's brake light suddenly flashed as it veered toward a tree, followed by a fireball that engulfed the scene. Tragically, all three occupants, 30-year-olds Rashad Nelson and Aaron Willis and 19-year-old Ajaya Rai, were pronounced dead at the scene. None of them were wearing seatbelts at the time of the crash. A subsequent search of the vehicle uncovered 2 stolen firearms and marijuana. Toxicology reports later revealed the driver had methamphetamine and promethazine in his system at the time of the crash. A heartbreaking reminder of how dangerous reckless driving, combined with substance abuse, can be. On June 26, 2024, an officer attempted a routine traffic stop on an unusual suspect, a man driving a riding lawnmower near the intersection of Southway Street and Genoa Avenue. Instead of stopping, the man decided to flee, leading officers on a pursuit. This is definitely not something you see every day, so buckle up and check out this wild and unexpected chase.
He's going through a yard. He's going through 2 yards northbound. Continuing north through other front yards, 3900 block of Clark.
The suspect took an unexpected turn, driving the lawnmower straight through backyards and cutting through private property. Unable to follow with their patrol vehicles, officers quickly decided to continue the pursuit on foot. One officer managed to catch up to the suspect and attempted to subdue him with a taser, but the effort was unsuccessful. Undeterred, the suspect continued his escape and tried to hide in a nearby bush. However, just a few minutes later, the same determined officer located him. After multiple failed attempts to subdue him with a taser, officers finally apprehended the suspect, identified as 83-year-old William Wackerly. He was taken into custody and booked into the Stark County Jail on several charges, including felonious assault, failure to comply with order or signal of an officer, resisting arrest, obstructing official business, criminal trespass, driving under suspension, operating a vehicle at a slow speed impeding traffic. Wackerly's arrest adds to his lengthy criminal history, including convictions for domestic violence and criminal trespass in late 2023. He is also on probation for making false alarms, a charge he was convicted of on April 30th, 2024. On December 28, 2024, in a small but bustling intersection, Trooper Tyler Riles found himself witnessing a vehicle blew through a stop sign right before his eyes. Without hesitation, Riles flipped on his emergency lights and sirens, determined to bring this reckless driver to justice. What started as a routine traffic stop quickly escalated into a pursuit.
Took the Woodrow exit. We're going to be back south on Woodrow. Show me 1037. TBI. He hit a power line.
As soon as Trooper Riles caught up with the fleeing suspect, he wasted no time executing a precision pit maneuver. The suspect's vehicle veered off course, striking a pole before coming to a stop. The driver, identified as Michaeli Sanders, was swiftly arrested and taken into custody without further incident. Sanders now faces a long list of charges including felony fleeing, fleeing on foot, reckless driving, criminal mischief, no driver's license, possession of drug paraphernalia, no insurance, no seatbelt, and On September 29, 2024, in Polk County, Florida, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper spotted a Porsche Cayenne speeding well above the posted limit. When the trooper activated emergency lights and sirens to initiate a traffic stop, the driver refused to comply, sparking a pursuit. It didn't take long for troopers to put an end to this chase. A single pit maneuver was all it took to stop the Porsche Cayenne in its tracks. Both the driver and passenger were arrested and taken into custody, effectively bringing this pursuit to an end. On June 8, 2024, in Crescent City, California, a highway patrol officer attempted to pull over Joseph Wendell Nelson, a motorcyclist caught speeding on Lake Earl Drive. Instead of stopping, Nelson decided to make a run for it, fleeing down Blackwell Lane and kicking off an intense pursuit.
South Boulder, past Railroad. Go ahead. 95, 66, still goes, and we are now going to be northbound Lake Earl.
Can I do stop from the truck beside my
Light traffic, pedestrian traffic, signal you're watching. Briefly cross double yellow down towards double yellow. And 95.
The suspect was riding a high-performance sport bike capable of reaching extreme speeds, making a pit maneuver far too dangerous. Understanding the risks, the officer called for backup, determined to end this pursuit safely and without any loss of life.
I believe I see K9 approaching from our rear. I'm behind him. 9566, we have the NSO K9 with us now. 9566 approaching town at 120.
The chase heated up as the suspect roared onto the highway, heading straight into Crescent City. With more officers joining the pursuit, the odds of stopping him improved, but with a high-speed chase weaving through city streets, things were just getting interesting. Let's see how this unfolds.
The vehicle was wrong lane momentarily and is now back in his westbound lane.
9588, vehicle wrong lane momentarily.
9588, approaching Washington at North Crest. Vehicle is 50.
9588 southbound India, 50 miles per hour.
9588, and traffic is light. No traffic. Here's way towards your brain.
9588 northbound in the tractor supply parking lot.
Vehicle TC. Vehicle TC.
The pursuit, involving multiple Del Norte County law enforcement agencies, lasted 20 intense minutes, with speeds exceeding 120 miles per hour. The chase came to a dramatic end when Joseph Wendell Nelson crashed his motorcycle into a Del Norte County Sheriff's patrol vehicle in the Norris Kitchen parking lot. After a brief struggle, officers apprehended Nelson. He was medically cleared at Sutter Coast Hospital before being booked into the Del Norte County Jail on multiple charges, including evading a peace officer, causing injury, resisting or obstructing a public officer, driving without a license, possession of a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia,